Gervonta Tank Davis has gotten in the ring with Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Rolly Romero, and he beat both of these guys by Rolly by knockout and also by decision over Isaac Cruz. And we know Isaac Cruz just coming off of probably the biggest win of his career, where he's actually just beat Rolly by knockout, and he's become the WBA super lightweight champion, okay? And in this particular video, I want to talk about the fact that I believe that this re-solidifies Gervonta Tank Davis's superior skill set at this weight class, okay? I know a lot of people may disagree. If you do, put it down in the comment section. But I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis looks much better now after this Isaac Cruz win. And when you go back and watch the highlights, or you watch the full fight and you just kind of go back and you look at the skill set, it really says a lot about Tank Davis's skill set. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Much love, peace, and blessings to everybody clicking in. Feel free to smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I really appreciate everybody for checking in. And I want to get in here and give my thoughts right now. So, as you guys know, the fight just recently happened where Isaac Cruz basically got in there with Rolly Romero and put hands and feet on him. We know Isaac Cruz is a very, very tough Mexican fighter, and his fighting style is tough for a lot of types of fighters. Okay, he like to come forward. He's very strong at the weight class. He's like a dog. That's why they call him Pitbull. Okay, he put his head down, he comes forward, and his awkward pressure style makes it extremely tough on fighters if you don't know what you're doing. Now, a lot of people might think Rolly Romero is just hot garbage and he's just trash. Okay, a lot of people think that, you know what I'm saying, he's basically decent, offensively, but just doesn't have no offense. I mean, excuse me. He's good offensively, but just doesn't have no defense. And, you'll be somewhat justified in saying that you don't believe so because you think that, they both did what they were supposed to do to this guy because he was a scrub. So I can understand you saying that. But really and truly, if you go back and watch when Tank Davis got in there with Cruz and you see how tough Cruz was and how his style can be a problem. You can see how his style could be a problem. But if you look and watch how effortlessly Gervonta Davis was able to dismantle Isaac Cruz and win on the cards, he was faster, he was sharper, his footwork was better, he was throwing sneaky uppercuts, his 1-2 was extremely sharp, and he pretty much just put together a masterclass on Isaac Cruz, and that's really no easy, thing. My personal opinion, that's not an easy thing to do. Everyone that knows boxing knows Isaac Cruz is a tough fighter. Okay, we understand that. We've seen him fight time and time again. We understand this guy is a tough fighter. Okay, Rolly Romero came up short. He did some good things in that fight. It wasn't like, necessarily like he just, it wasn't like a boxing clinic or anything he put on. It was just his awkward style. And Rolly just didn't have the defense or don't seem like the brain power to understand. No, that's no shade to him, but he didn't seem like he was that smart in the ring. Okay, he didn't put his hands up. He just let Isaac Cruz come forward and do whatever he wanted to do. But if you look at the highlights, or if you go back and watch the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis and Isaac Cruz, you see a much different situation. You see a much different skill set. And I mean, obviously everyone knows Tank Davis is levels above Rolly, so I'm not trying to compare that in that sense, but I do want to say that this does re-solidify his levels above superiority, if that makes sense, because in that fight, Gervonta Davis made that thing look kind of easy a little bit. And as you see, Isaac Cruz is just coming forward, throwing haymakers. And, I mean, it's an awkward style. If you don't know what you're doing, he can catch you off guard. But you can tell whenever Tank Davis fought Isaac Cruz, it was a much different situation. Much, much different. Let me see. You see how quick he was on his feet and precise. Every punch was precise. Isaac Cruz was coming forward, same guy, okay, same style. But the technicality of the way Tank Davis did his thing in that fight, you see he learned from Mayweather. You see that the back foot he got going on, where he's waiting to strike and waiting to pull counter. He showed a lot of good counter punching, a lot of good power shots. He kept him back with the jab, and whenever he got close to him, he turned him. He moved. Whenever Isaac Cruz come in, he'll tie him up, move out the way, and then he'll continue to deliver. So, in my personal opinion, I think that fight with Isaac Cruz and Rolly, in a sense, just really, really showed and shined a light on how talented Gervonta Tank Davis is. I know he's known for his knockout power. He knocks guys out. He looks really good doing so. But the guy is really, really good at boxing, man. He's a really skilled fighter, very, very tactical. He's, just kind of like the total package in that sense. I personally would like to see him fight some other fighters, but I understand the business of boxing. I understand how they move things around to make money. But Gervonta Davis definitely brings out all of the stars. He brings out the attendance. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to respect how he do his thing. But just going back and rewatching some of Gervonta's fights, just kind of trying to study the film a little bit, man, the dude has gotten better. His skill set is sharp. We've always known he was very, very powerful and a knockout artist. But I think Gervonta Davis, man, he's looking like one of the top guys in this division between him and Devin Haney and things of that nature, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing stack up. But I really wanted to get in here and give a little bit of credit to Gervonta Davis, you know what I'm saying, after seeing how Isaac Cruz came forward with that same style and pretty much, had Rolly in there doing the stanky leg, man. So I wanted to kind of look back to some of the other fights and some of the other highlights that, Cruz got in there with. And a lot of guys have, particularly have problems with his fighting style because he's such a dog and he's so relentless. You know what I'm saying? He comes forward and really puts pressure. But if you know what you're doing and you slick and you got power and you know how to counter punch real well and you got good lateral movement and you sharp, I mean, you can do something with Isaac Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Tank showed that. But in my personal opinion, that's how I feel about it. If you guys feel differently, let me know down in the comment section. If you just think Rolly was a bum and that does nothing for and it does nothing for Tank, I understand. But in my personal opinion, just rewatching all the film, I really, really think Tank Davis is really, really levels above, man. So that's what I got for this video. Really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. I'm Getting Mike. This is Jim Boxing. Much love, peace, blessings. And I'll holla at y'all in the next video.